Welcome, ROC members. This video is to give you an overview of altering your community's bylaws, rules, and policies. Your ROC's governing documents are the foundation of the day-to-day operations of your resident-owned community. They govern how the ROC operates, and they ensure that your ROC remains equitable and democratic by laying out a system of checks and balances with the ROC membership. There are two main categories of governing documents: those that can be created, altered, and adopted by the board of directors, such as most policies and procedures, and those that require membership approval, such as the bylaws, rules, and a handful of the policies. An important right of the membership is that only the membership is able to formally approve amendments of changes to certain documents, like the bylaws and rules. There are specific sections of the bylaws that prevent the editing of these documents without membership approval, so this process does take time. As an overview, a community's governing documents need to be approved by the membership. Most policies and procedures can be passed by a majority vote of the board of directors. For example, things that can be approved by the board of directors include policies like an e-communications policy, a rules enforcement policy, application procedures and policies, and more. You can find the complete list in your community's policy and procedure checklist provided by your TA. Some policies also require a membership vote because they are mentioned in the bylaws or are directly related to the smooth operation of the community as a whole. Policies that must be approved by the membership include a conflict of interest policy, the board of directors code of ethics policy, and the procurement policy, which guides how ROCs go about contracting for services. Changes to the rules and bylaws always require membership approval. If your board or community members want to amend the bylaws or community rules, the first place to look is at your community's bylaws. Typically, this information can be found under the membership meetings article, which guides how the membership of your ROC can legally act. This section of the bylaws does things like establish the number of members needed for a quorum at a meeting to do business, how members can vote and who is eligible, and how to go about altering these documents. In some communities, these changes are required to have the approval of at least the majority of the membership. In others, the proposed changes need to be distributed at least 10 days before the vote and require a majority vote of a quorum. Special member meetings can be called by the board of directors or by a petition of members and usually require a minimum of 10 days notice. What do your community's bylaws say about the bylaws and rules? It's important to look at your own community's bylaws when going through this process. Through special member meetings that reach a quorum or by a ballot vote, if allowed in the bylaws, you can change the rules and bylaws any time of the year. However, most communities keep a running list of rules and bylaws changes throughout the fiscal year that they can bring in front of membership at their next annual meeting, along with the budget vote and board of director elections. It's important to remember that all proposed bylaw and rule changes also need to be approved by the ROC USA network and should also be reviewed by your attorney for any legal issues that could arise from these changes. If it seems like altering these documents is a lot of work, it's because it's supposed to be. Giving people a voice in the decisions that will impact the day-to-day governing of the ROC, and therefore themselves, is a crucial element of these democratically owned and operated communities.